Okay, so the other thing that I'm trying to do today is I'm trying to call the Equal Opportunity Commission, where I filed a complaint online several months ago now, and I was supposed to receive a phone call back for an interview. It's called an interview assessment, and I never received the because I got wrongfully discriminated against at that job. Okay, so I mean, why would anybody think, why would I even bother applying anywhere else? And when probably the same kind of thing is going to happen because I'm on this targeted list. They're going to allow more discrimination and more harassment in the workplace, and the state is not going to held anybody responsible. There was two other people that filed a complaint with the U.S. Employment Commission for discrimination, wrongful termination at that place at Wagner. Okay, there was two other, and so I'm trying to follow up with them. They said they got a phone call right away and they had some kind of a assessment interview questionnaire. Okay, I never received. I filled out my complaint online, and I never received a phone call back. This is the kind of thing that happens to me all the time. I'm just on some kind of really high level targeted list where so why would I even bother applying anywhere else? When we've got this law called at will, where the employers can just fire us for no reason, absolutely no reason, and it's happened to me multiple times. It happened to me at the military base, for instance, and it happened to me multiple times in these temp agencies. They would just make up stuff. Okay, this at will law gives the employers all the power, and you have no rights as an employee. Zero, absolutely zero. You can't report anything. They have all the rights to just be like, okay, well, we're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna fire you today, and then, but they don't. It's called at will, so they can, choose to hire you or choose to fire you. Okay, and you as an employee have zero rights with this law that passed. I think it was in 2012. It passed in all states. Okay, and so if you're gonna try to get work, good luck. Because if you're on this targeted list like I am, they'll find every way. They'll be like, oh, I don't like your shirt today. I'm gonna fire you. And there's absolutely no recourse at all against these employers. So that's why we attempted to call this office, and so I filed a complaint online, and I was supposed to receive a phone call back with a question.
Employment Opportunity Commission. Please listen carefully to this message, as our options have recently changed. If you would like to file a charge with this office or schedule an appointment for an intake interview, we encourage individuals to use the online system by going directly to our website.
I've already tried to schedule an interview and everything, and nobody ever calls me back.
More about the laws the EEOC enforces, please visit our main website at www.eeoc.gov. For location, hours of operation, and related information, please press 1. For the front desk, please press 2. For the mediation...
I can't call the front... I tried to call...
Transferring your call to
the front desk. Oh, yeah. Let's see what they have to say.
Hello. You have reached Minneapolis Area Office Reception Desk.
No reception.
Message with your name, telephone number, and
oh,
EEOC
boy.
charge
You're
number,
so helpful.
and someone will get back to you
Oh, boy. So helpful. Nobody's at the reception.
Thank you. Please leave a
Do we have
message
any
after the
state
tone.
governments actually working
When you have finished,
anymore
please
here,
hang up
or
press
is
the pound
everybody
key
just...
for more options.
Okay, my name is Debbie Davis, and I filed an EEOC complaint online with you over 3 months ago. And I was supposed to be contacted for a phone intake interview, and nobody ever contacted me. There's 2 other employees that have had a interview with you, they said, already about the same company or being wrongfully terminated. Okay? So I would be the third, maybe even more people that are filing complaints against the same company, and you've never followed up with your follow-up intake interview that you are supposed to do with me. Okay, so I'm following up with the EEOC Equal Opportunity Office in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, yeah, because why would I even bother? going to work somewhere else when I've been discriminated over and over again already. Why would I think it would be any different anywhere else? Okay, my number is 651-767-2892. So why would I think that it would be anywhere different anywhere else? I mean, this has happened to me for years. I mean, I just happen to be a veteran, but it's happening to tons of civilians. I just happen to be a veteran and a high level whistleblower. So I'm, I have a story that a lot of people know about. But it's happening to other just innocent civilians that are just on a targeted list just because they're bloodline or because their family put them on there or a police officer put them on there or the police can put you on this list, I guess, and the Masons. So it's a list that involves the Masons and the CIA. And so if you're on this list, good luck ever getting employment. You'll just be fired over and over again for no reason. And they'll just make up stuff. But because this at-will law that passed in like 2012, good luck trying to ever get a job. It's let's talk about this at-will law real quick, and then this will be the end of this video. Okay, so at-will law. When did it pass? Okay, I think 2012. Okay, employment termination. Okay, Minnesota is an employment at will state. Okay, but it's not just Minnesota, it's all 50 states are at this filed, all 50 states. And an employee can quit for no reason. An employer can fire an employee for no reason. Okay, as long as the reason is not illegal, such as discrimination based on race, creed, color, sex. Okay, well, this was disability, anything like that. Okay, this was discrimination. I am a disabled veteran, and she tried to say that I wasn't keeping up with my numbers or something like that. And then that was what the lady in the warehouse said. Her name was Anna. And I said, oh, well, I've been here for 2 years. This is the first I've ever heard of it. And you haven't said anything in 6 months. So I don't know why you're bringing it up now. So clearly it was just like, I could tell it was just something she was making up. And then I said, well, if there is some kind of issue with my work that you think, with my, then, I am a disabled veteran and I have a right to bring in my paperwork, and you by law, according to the American Disabilities Act, have to work around that disability. And also because I'm a disabled veteran, there's federal laws that are supposed to be protecting me from them harassing me as a disabled veteran. And they didn't honor any of these laws at this company, Wagner, at all. None of these laws. There was a complete violation of federal laws, discrimination laws, okay, everything. Okay, so and now the Minnesota Equal Opportunity Office is not calling me back. I filed this complaint back in April, online, and I was supposed to receive an intake interview right away, and now it's August. Okay, so Minnesota Equal Opportunity Office is apparently in on the whole harassment here. Sounds like to me, it sounds like you're not doing your job like everybody else. The employer must give a truthful reason and request in writing within 15 days. I've requested this from Wagner in writing. They've never provided it. The employer has 10 working days from receipt of request to give a truthful reason. I've never received a truthful reason. Okay, it's right on the Equal Opportunity website. They must give a truthful reason, and it must not be any kind of discrimination. Okay, employment. Even though there's this at-will law, it still cannot be any kind of discrimination. Well, that's what it was with me. It was discrimination. Okay, so they completely violated EEOC and American Disabilities Act laws and federal laws against veterans by firing me. Okay, it says even though it's an at-will state, an employee can quit for any reason, but an employer can fire. You can't just be fired for any reason. It can't be because of discrimination based on race, creed, color, sex, national origin, ancestry, religion, age, disability, sexual orientation, or marital status. Okay, and that's what they did. They fired me for discrimination. They discriminated against me as my disabilities, and it was like retaliation too, because I was, calling out some other things that were happening. I could tell they were targeting me. So it was like discrimination for retaliation, and that's also falls under the illegal status. So what they did is completely illegal. They violated two federal laws and EEOC discrimination laws, and so I'm sorry, but like, why would I think that I'm gonna go get a job somewhere else when clearly this has been happening to me for years, and why would I think that it's gonna not happen to me again? Because clearly these offices are not holding these companies accountable in any way. The at-will law pretty much gives all the rights to the employers and none to the employees. Zero. You have no rights as an employee anymore. So as far as I'm concerned, this at-will law just needs to be completely annihilated and reversed. Like that, just you can't have a law like that, because why would anybody even bother going to college and getting a full degree when an employer can just fire you for no reason? Okay, why would anybody go spend all kinds of money going through a training or a certification when you got a law like this where an employer can just fire you for zero reason? I had absolutely nothing on my human resource record. In fact, I had complaints against other people, and they never did anything about it. So the HR offices, human resource people, a lot of times are involved in the harassment, and there are usually Masons involved in the targeted individual program, and I am a targeted individual. So this has been happening to me over and over and over again. Okay, so this is, I just, the only thing I can do is try to expose these people and hope that they be brought to justice, for myself and others. Okay, because this is completely criminal things happening, and it's also crimes against humanity, which is a very, the more serious crime of all, besides other federal laws. Okay, so I don't know why anybody's putting up with this. We should be making like a huge stand against this.